We are going to start with Monday Night Raw and the main event for Payback. We have a new change to this match. It is now going to be a fatal 4-way. This match is going to have Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose, and Randy Orton is in there too. Yeah. You almost had it, WWE. Almost like.
I still get the feeling, I don't know if anybody else felt this, if Roman Reigns was actually world champion right now, like as plans might have originally been, would you think that Randy might not be involved in this scenario? That, you know...
Yeah, I have to believe that he wouldn't be there.
Because it seems like they had the whole idea of Payback set up, and part of me is kind of looking at this like, maybe this was supposed to go a completely different direction. But they like throw Randy Orton there like, you're this close, and it's definitely interesting. And as far as everything went, I enjoyed everything that involved these four guys on Raw. I thought the opening promo was great. I thought Randy and Roman had, you know, really good chemistry on the mic. I thought Randy, I don't know what the hell got into Randy Orton, but he was just loving life on Monday. Like, he came out like, fuck it, I'm going to go out and I'm going to have a hell of a time. Like,
he was even bobbing his head to New Day's music. I was like, okay.
I love this. I love this new Orton. This is great. This is
I'm telling you, I don't know what the hell happened on that film set, but whatever happened, whoever did it to him, thank you.
Randy just has like a never-ending supply of energy now when he's on the mic, and it's like, wow, this is so refreshing.
I love that when Big E said Seth Rollins doesn't just have your number, he's got it on speed dial, and, you know, this is the worst joke ever, and Randy like sells it like $1 million. He like whips his head around like, mother. And the whole opening segment was fantastic. Everything that involved the world title picture I really enjoyed. You know, there's always that wet blanket of Dean Ambrose getting involved because, you know, he's not necessarily at the level, but on a B show, and he's still over. You know, we talk about the Dean Ambrose get out of jail free card. You know, the fans are going to play it, and I think here the company played it. You know, the company might have played the get out of jail free card because he's still over. They had a storyline that made sense, and they used it to inject him into the match. And I was actually, by the end of the night, I was somewhat fine with it. There are still issues that I have that, you know, maybe we'll get to a little bit later.
So what happened on Monday Night Raw was we had Kane set up a match between Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose where Kane said if Dean Ambrose wins this match, then he's going to be added to the Payback main event. And of course, as we see now, it's a fatal 4-way, so Dean Ambrose won that match. And what was so funny about the backstage segment where Kane was explaining his actions, he got it picked up off of what we were talking about on the show last week when people were like, hell, you want to add more people to the match? Of course we're going to want to see that. Kane was like, why don't we add 9 people, huh? How do you like that? The crowd was like, yeah, bring it on.
They picked up off of that and pinning we also said, you know, why wouldn't Roman Reigns just say, motherfucker, I pinned you, I should get a shot at the goddamn title? Well, they picked up off of that and they gave Dean Ambrose a shot because he pinned the champion.
Yeah, that literally is the reason why he's in the match, because he pinned the champion. So and it happened on Raw.
This was Make PWF Empire Live Happy Week. I appreciate it, WWE. Thank you.
Yes. They want to send you out on a high note, Charlie.
This was that whole match between Ambrose and Rollins was just as good as you could ask for. I mean, there was like a story. You were emotionally invested into something that kind of just got thrown into your lap. So that right there, they deserve some credit for. And yeah, like you know, Charlie was saying, he isn't really at the level, but I mean, honestly, that get out of jail free card, I'm going to use it too. Whatever, man. Like, this was awesome. Like, we can't just sit there and pretend that, you know, oh, well, you know, he's not at the level, so this was dumb. Like, no, this was great. This was something cool, and it was different. And honestly, the way that they started off with Ambrose having a bunch of momentum, it made me feel like, oh, no, now Rollins is just going to win, and then there you go. And so for Ambrose to win the match still kind of got me to jump up and be like, wow, man, he actually won, and he's actually going to be part of it. So it's pretty exciting.
I honestly had no idea that Dean Ambrose was going to win. And that came as a complete shock to me. I thought that was just like a BS way to throw out something, not even necessarily like BS, because it was a great match. And of course, you're going to get that anytime you get Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins, knowing all of the history that they have with each other in WWE. But I was thinking that this was just a way for Kane to keep pressing Seth Rollins, putting that pressure on him and saying, okay, you better get your act right, because if you don't, here's what could happen. But what could happen actually did happen, and I was like, well, alrighty then. I did not know they were going there.
Very refreshing. I thought this was a great match, great segment, great setup. Even though it was thrown in our laps, I still thought it was really cool. And makes me look a lot more forward to that main event. I can't lie to you.
Yeah, I'm excited, and it makes you just kind of hate the end of Hell in a Cell 2014 that much more. Like, you see this match and you're like, God damn it, can I just not get a goddamn resolution to this feud? Like, can we just, like, I don't even care if he's got to drop the belt to Orton to get this goddamn resolution. Like, I want to see these two fuckers beat the shit out of each other and get my goddamn resolution.